Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And today's video is going to go over 7 different signs that you can look out for that will help you recognize a soulmate type of relationship. And when I say soulmate, I sort of say that broadly. I'm not meaning only a significant other, because you can have a soulmate relationship with any imaginable type of scenario. It could be simply someone you run into on the streets for 5 minutes and you have a really awesome heart-to-heart conversation. That very well could be someone from your soul family, a soulmate type of relationship. And these relationships are incredibly enjoyable and beneficial and influential on our development. They're beautiful and it's helpful to recognize them. So again, this video will give you guys 7 different signs to look out for. Number 1 is there's none at all, social awkwardness. Most people, we're not perfect enlightened beings yet. And when we run into somebody brand new and we start talking to them or just conversing with them, sometimes there's a little bit of a standoffish attitude, a feeling out process. And you know, if you run out of things to talk about, if you run out of your common interest to speak about, there can be a little bit of awkwardness. Just a sort of you're not quite yet comfortable around them because they're someone brand new, but there's none of that. Even if you just met this person, there's no awkwardness at all. It just feels very good to be in the presence of a soulmate type of relationship, or a soulmate type of person rather. Number 2, it feels refreshing to be around them because again, our social dynamics as fairly, relatively speaking, unevolved human beings that we all are a bit uncomfortable at times, and it just feels so refreshing to finally be in the presence of somebody where you really feel comfortable letting your guard down and just being yourself and not having to put forth any form of ego or phony pretense or trying to preserve your image. It's just, you just get to be yourself, and it feels really good because again, we don't always get to do this with most of our interactions, and it just feels very refreshing. Number 3, because it is a soulmate type of relationship and your vibration is it's the same, it's very similar. There's like a synergy, I'm going to try my best to describe it. You might have experienced this yourself. I have every time I've had an encounter with a soulmate type person, but there's like a synergistic, light, uplifting type of energy. Like you lift each other up, almost like you're about to lift off together. It's just a very light and wonderful and high vibrational type of interaction where you just feel really good and positive and light, and there's just a major absence of dense and challenging emotions. And it just, again, it's like this harmonious synergy, best way I can describe it, where your two really compatible energies sort of amplify one another and it feels good for both parties. Number 4, and if you find yourself where you spend a significant amount of time, or you put your time in as someone who sticks around in your life, a soulmate type of person, you might find you start to trigger the crap out of each other. Oftentimes a soulmate will come into your life to help you grow, to help give you a boost, and you for them as well. Like my wife, we were soulmates, we hit it off, had many of these same experiences I just got done describing, but as we got into our relationship, we again, our unique life paths, our unique personalities we chose to have just so happened to trigger each other's deep core issues, and lots of them. So it was a lot of chaos and a lot of strife and a lot of really intense personal growth experiences and like catharsis that we underwent being in each other's presence. And I've had this to varying degrees with other soulmate relationships as well. People that I would just, for some reason, randomly feel very I would experience feelings that I would have as a small, insecure little child, and this soulmate type person might bring it out of me, and I'd wonder why did I just say that? Why am I acting this way, you know? And it can just be, again, it's a beneficial thing, but just because you guys say you meet a soulmate and you have these initial feelings I mentioned, and you start fighting all the time, don't think it's supposed to be like a tiptoe through the tulips the whole time. There's a lot of work that we oftentimes is catalyzed in your soulmate encounters. Number 5 is there's just a strange, you can't quite put your finger on it, but a familiarity about this person. Like, you've never met them before. There's no real conscious tangible memory. Oh yeah, I met them here at the grocery store 2 years ago. And yet they feel familiar to you. You rack your brain and think, what? Where do I know this person? And you, on some level, again, you haven't really probably met them anywhere, but yet they have that feeling, just as if you did know them and you had that feeling. I know this person. You had that feeling. Oh, I met this person. I've seen them before. You had that feeling without the conscious memory of ever actually met them before. And there's just something about them that stands out. For me, I assume this is probably just personal to me, but when I run into like a soulmate type person, they have a certain like look in their eye, like a glow or a light or a twinkle, just a way. Sometimes it's almost like a glitch in my perception, like how sometimes how a synchronicity, you see 1111. It's not that you just see the numbers, they sort of like pops out at you, you know? And I'd get that when I'd see these people from time to time, or they'd say something and it'd just be like, it'd penetrate. But again, not getting too far off topic, there's just a really bizarre familiarity about this person. Number 6, for the most part, you find that you just have a very, even taking into consideration the whole triggering effect I mentioned, you have a very mature and healthy and balanced relationship with them, meaning you naturally allow each other to be themselves, you naturally accept each other's faults and weaknesses and shortcomings, and they to you as well. And it's easy to look past them. It's easy just to have a genuine, unconditional love and fondness for this person, which is, again, it's so nice. That's why I made this video, because it's so nice to find these relationships. When you find them, hang on to them as long as it's appropriate, because they're really going to be some of the most enriching and memorable relationship type of experiences you're going to have here by far. And lastly, number 7, the whole like love at first sight sort of idea is you'll find that you'll care about them, love them more than it makes sense to. Like love at first sight. Why do I have these feelings for this person who I don't even know? Well, on another level, on a soul level, you do know them. You might have had thousands, hundreds of lifetimes with them, and though you don't remember this like physical limited state of consciousness we're all embodying, your soul knows it, your body feels it, and you just have this burning love for this person whom you just may have met. And again, it's such a beautiful thing, and a lot of you guys right now who are awakening are going to start really deeply longing for these relationships. Perhaps you're going to taste of it here and there, and you're going to see the stark difference between a soulmate type of bond, and you have a much higher expectation of the potential of a relationship, and you're going to want to find more soulmate type people. And because you'll have that experience, you'll put forth those arrows of desire, and therefore the law of attraction, the law of hypnotic rhythm, you will attract them into your life. So if you've had this experience and perhaps are longing for another one, don't worry. A lot of times when you really want a soulmate relationship, what happens is you attract a bunch of things that fall into your life that will provoke the necessary growth needed to raise yourself up to a certain vibrational level where they will then be able to pop in. So if you're feeling impatient, don't be. Just continue working on yourself, putting one foot in front of the other. And if you really want to, you meet your soulmate, your twin flame, you're a soulmate type of bond, and you long for that true depth and true authentic loving type of a relationship, you will find them in this lifetime especially. So thank you guys for watching. I wish you all well in your relationships and all other areas of your life. I appreciate the love and the support and the likes and the comments, the shares. All of that stuff you guys do helps my messages reach more people, because YouTube rewards videos that get a lot of likes and comments. And you guys are like amazingly awesome at that, and I cannot thank you enough. And again, just by doing that, by liking a video, you're helping other people as well. So thank you very much. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.